All right, welcome back. We are
Long overdue.
another edition of Mailbag, and they've been piling up. We can't even keep up with them.
No, and the bad thing about the mailbag is there's going to be a special section later tonight that has been building all year really, and it's for the championship, the league championship head coach. They're very specific to the head coach of the championship team, and so we've been kind of putting those in a separate folder.
Yeah.
And then we had to narrow those down. We couldn't get any past 10, and we had to narrow it to 5. It's going to be hard.
I think we ended up getting 6.
Because some of them, some of those fans we have out there, and even some people in the studio, they sent stuff a long time ago.
Yeah.
So I think they have to do that.
That was a nice studio crowd tonight, by the way.
I tell you what.
Not quite like Canal's Entourage.
No, last week.
With the music. And
it was loud,
too. It was
too.
weird. They were flickering the lights and everything.
I know. And I didn't really think that Coach Canal, I didn't know he had them fake gold teeth that you put in.
He went grill.
He went grill and then pulled it off when we started. I didn't even know he had that.
Yeah.
Also,
I don't think he has real teeth. That's why.
Oh, you think? Okay, maybe he switched it out.
All right, mailbag.
You want me to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, at Lace Tape 43. Do you think the Federation puts too much emphasis on silly rules?
Yes. Here are 2 examples.
Okay.
One, the fact that you have to tape your laces is dumb. If your shoe comes off, you should get penalized. How you secure your shoe to your foot is completely up to you. If your shoe comes off, you get penalized.
Here's my concern.
What's that?
The tape is a cloth.
Yeah.
That could be dangerous, just like the cloth headgears.
You're right. And you'd have to tape it every time.
Between every match.
Between every match. Yeah, I know.
Could get something in there.
Do you remember a couple years ago the old-fashioned compression shorts? And if they peeked out of the rest of it, they dinged you?
Yeah.
Like, what outcome could my shoes not being taped possibly have?
None.
Okay.
Good.
We're on the same page there, right? Okay. I have here Penn State Slap at AOL.com. And Penn State Slap wants to know, how would you handle student athletes who are disrespectful to the coach?
Disrespectful to the coach.
How do you do that?
Are we talking at the high school level?
I think we have to. I think this is a high school show. I'm just wondering, how do you do that? It's a good question. I'm glad, I didn't get it. I might handle it a little differently than you. I'd like to hear what you have to say about it.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's different levels of that. If it's something that's, been going on for a while and it's becoming a recurring event, then you certainly might have to get the parents involved.
If there's a pattern, you think?
If there's a pattern, you got to get the parents involved.
Yeah.
But I'm always a man-to-man kind of guy, so you got to pull the guy in front of everybody and talk to him and deal with it.
Okay.
Right there.
I think we're in a kid business here, so you got to be in the second chance business, and I'm on board with that. But I just was wondering, sometimes kids, it's an intense sport, and sometimes things are said and done in competitive situations, but you can't.
And you hope the coach understands that, and you hope the coach is tough enough to deal with that.
You can't let the inmates run the asylum, though. Okay.
Yep.
Go ahead.
I got at beekeeper_ageless wonder. What hobbies do you have outside of wrestling? I don't know if this is someone interested in something.
What's the name again?
At beekeeper_ageless wonder.
Yeah. I have a couple of hobbies. I do like to read a little bit. And
what do you read? You fiction, nonfiction?
You know what? I think I'm both. I think for my own just enjoyment, I like to read fiction, but more importantly, I like to read a lot of stuff about national security and geopolitics. But I'm thinking about reaching out maybe to Bo Rugg or Ray Anthony and seeing if they need maybe someone to maybe evaluate and look at and observe officials. I think I
certainly have a lot of opinions. So.
I have a unique perspective.
You know what I think?
What's that?
I think you should get your officiating license and officiate. And then you would be able to better understand where they're coming from.
Let me tell you a little secret.
I'd love to see that.
I may or may not have my license for the last 20 years. I officiated in the first 5 years I coached.
You don't have your license currently.
You're right, I don't.
No.
But it might have been like the last 8 years. I would have had it for a long time.
Never since I was around.
Yeah, for sure.
It's been about 20 years.
I officiated when you
All
were
right.
I officiated when you
Next.
were in school.
I never officiated when I was in school. Holy crap.
I absolutely did.
What?
The Fitch freshman tournament? Ask Rich Kunkel. He was the coach then.
Yeah.
All right.
Rich Kunkel. Whatever.
All right.
At Schwinn.
Whoa, my turn. We rotate here.
Oh,
I thought we're sharing this. Are we sharing this? Or do you want to dominate the segment? Okay. Okay, this one is silverspooner04 at gmail.com. What they want to know is how important is lifting hard during the wrestling season?
Hard during the wrestling
Yeah,
season.
lifting hard during the wrestling season. What are you going to do there? Do you think kids should lift, or do you think you should just let kids get on a bike or run?
I think you got to lift. I think you got to maintain. My coach, tried to tell me that when I was younger. I didn't really grasp it until I got much older. So, but I would agree. I think you got to lift. I think you got to have a program and stick to it. Certainly, there's a place for conditioning and running and stuff, but that happens in practice.
And you do a good job at the 6:30 workouts when guys come in lift before school. I just thought you've kind of changed your philosophy there.
I have. Yep.
Well, that's good.
That's part of growing up.
It is.
One of the few.
So you're
things
growing up on the
taught me.
second one, but not the first one. Okay, go ahead. What do you got?
No, the first one was warranted. Okay, at Schwinn_PSU1. Where do you think Ohio State could improve as a team? Where do you see them as a team? Well, they just lost to Penn State in pretty embarrassing fashion.
Well, if you define embarrassing 1 point.
I define embarrassing as you had it served on a platter. Penn State had their best kid out.
The screen's right here. I would say I think that losing by 1 point to the team who's won 50 or 46 matches in a row is not embarrassing, and I think that's probably my thought process. I think a couple the upper weights were surprising to me, but I think at the end of the year they'll win the national title.
Yeah.
Let's do 2 mailbag segments.
All right.
Okay.